How's it going, you guys? I am AZ Plyo 21, and this is Out of the Park Baseball 23, and this is me taking over the Los Angeles Angels. Now, in real life, Los Angeles Angels are my favorite team. Actually, just last weekend, maybe 2 weekends ago, went to Anaheim and saw the Angels live taking on the Houston Astros. They lost. Very sad. However, life goes on, and I am taking over the Angels. This is Out of the Park 23. I'm losing my words here. The beta came out today, as this is April 19th. Actual game, the full game comes out on the 23rd. I pre-ordered it, so I got, the beta code and all that good stuff. So here we are with the Los Angeles Angels. I'm going to take them over. We have a message from Artie Moreno. I can't wait to see what he has to say. Let's see what Artie has to say. Artie says, play close to 500 ball, as well as winning on the field, turning a profit. Sign Noah Syndergaard. Okay. Keep building your team up. Reach the playoffs in the next 5 seasons. Though that is terribly low expectations from Artie. But that's a good thing because I can achieve them. So take it with a grain of salt, I guess. So now I want to try to see what, if anything, is new about the game. It does not look like much is new, honestly. I have 3 leagues loaded. I have the KBO, I have MLB, and then I have the Nippon baseball leagues, like the Japanese league. And yeah, so hopefully the actual posting system will be in effect. And then from there, some good stuff can come about it. Like you can see there, Tony Watson, free agent Evan Marshall, Michael Conforto. What kind of free agents are we actually looking at? And I do want to see what kind of front staff we're looking at, because Conforto had a pretty good year last year. 344 OBP, I like that. 14 and 55, not the best, but that is definitely something that I would work with for sure. Can you even see? Yeah, okay, never mind. We have money for free agents. We have some money for extensions, which is good. 10th highest budget in the league, 12th highest player payroll. And let's go ahead and take a look at our front office. Again, the first things that I typically like to look at are front office, personnel, and then our salaries, because I do want to try to dump a little bit of salary. Attendance per game, that was pretty low last year. I don't think I can really change that. Next year I'll make it a little bit more affordable, get all the people out to see some Angels baseball. So let's go ahead and take a look at the personnel. Perry, I don't really like Perry, but he'll do for this year. He signed through 2025 anyways. Scouting director, that's okay, and I'm okay with that for right now. It looks like he's done, when is that? 2025? I don't really want to fire him and just waste that money. So I think we're going to have to be okay with our scouting director for right now. That's okay. Team trainer, I can deal with that. Adam Navala, that's all good. The minor league managers, I don't really care about typically that much. I did also notice that Darren Ebert is a pitching coach for, I think, our single A team, which is awesome. Because, fun fact, Darren Ebert was my pitching coach in high school. When I was playing baseball for the Shadow Ridge Stallions, he was our pitching coach. And Darren Ebert, little trivia for you, was in the movie Moneyball. He played Mike Magnanti, and he got cut like halfway through the movie. Darren Ebert, good guy. He played like half a season for the Atlanta Braves, and then kind of got flipped around between the Angels and the Diamondbacks and the Brewers. Didn't really work for him in the major leagues, but good guy. Happy to see that he's a pitching coach. I really hope he's not making just $25,000 that it says down there at the bottom, because I know he has kids and stuff. But good guy, Darren Ebert, pitching coach. I'm going to probably end up bumping him up in pay a little bit, taking him up the ladder. Hopefully he ends up being an actual good coach. But yeah, a little trivia there for you. Darren Ebert, my former pitching coach. I wasn't a pitcher, I was a catcher, so I worked with him a lot. So personnel, nothing that I really want to change right now. I mean, the hitting coach, Jeremy Reed, I probably am going to want to change in the near future, but he's signed, I think, through 2025, 2024. So not much I can really do there. Let's go ahead and take a look at our salaries, which is where we're going to want to get a change in. And I'm not seeing Justin Upton, so my assumption is that he's gone, which is good. So that's good. Syndergaard, I would want to re-sign, and that's one of our goals is to re-sign Noah Syndergaard. Michael Lorenzen, 2.5 stars. Might look to trade him if we're not looking like we're going to make the playoffs. Archie Bradley, that's a pretty good contract. I wouldn't mind keeping him if he does well. Kurt Suzuki, I'm going to move on from after this year. Chad Wallach would be perfectly fine. I like Stassi a lot more as, you know, the starting catcher anyways. Shohei, I want to get re-signed. Other than that, there's really no 100% need right now as far as anybody that we need to re-sign. Duffy over in left field, a good bat to have, it looks like. But let me see what I can take care of right now. Noah Syndergaard, since we have a little bit of money to work with now that Upton is gone, let me see if I can do anything about getting this guy a contract extension. He does not want that much. What is he on this year? 21 million, 3 stars. I'm not a big fan of signing guys particularly long term. But let me see what I can work in here. If he is willing to take a pay cut and stay around, I'd be more than willing to keep him around. If he wants 18 million to stay for these 3 years, that player option on that 3rd year, that would be awesome. Again, he could have an absolutely amazing year and end up wanting more. That's fine. If I can, he's not super happy with that. 23.2 is what he's asking for. What if I can get you down to 19.2? Would you take that, Noah? He's sticking with 23.2. He really wants that pay grade. A little bit of a bonus. What about 19.5? Will you do 19.5, Noah Syndergaard? He will not do 19.5. He wants 23. Basically, this is 23.5 a year. He'll only be 30. Let's see. Because the thing is, he did not have a very good year last year. Didn't play in 2020. Didn't really even particularly have a good 2019. 2021 was not kind to him. And this is kind of his prove-it year, honestly. So I'm going to hold off on that contract offer for right now on Noah. There's a big chance I might end up even trading him at the deadline if things are not going our way. Lorenzen, holding off on Ohtani. Definitely want to keep him. I'm wanting to keep him long term, so I'm going to just try to lock him down because that's definitely a priority for me. This is not that bad. This is not that bad because, I mean, I want Ohtani. I mean, look at that. I mean, how? Why would you not? I just want to keep him happy. Team options at the end. That is perfectly fine. This is a perfectly reasonable contract for Ohtani. Yeah, this is perfectly fine. I'm not even going to... I mean, I can risk saving a little bit of money in the long run. And then just give him a little bit more next year. What does he say? Perfectly fine. Let's go. So we re-signed Ohtani. Give him player opt-out after year 2. Absolutely not. Not even necessary. I was going to keep him long-term. That was the goal, and we did it. So we got Ohtani back. He's here long-term. That's awesome. So that's one of my biggest goals taken care of, honestly. The rest, I'll just see how it plays out, honestly. There's not much that I can do to the team right now, you know. because like we just need our guys to kind of develop over the course of the season. Guys like Adele, I mean, where is he? Like Walsh playing first base. That's a project, honestly. I mean, he was a all-star last year, but that was when he was still playing in the outfield. Started playing a little bit at first base last year, but like I said, definitely a project. He's going to be in arbitration this year, and I mean, we're going to arbitrate with him. He's not a case like Ohtani where like I need to sign him now. Like, it's completely okay for me to go to arbitration with him. Jaime Barria sucks that he's been injured and not doing very well otherwise, because otherwise we would look to keep him. I mean, opening day, draft pool announcement. I can see if there's anybody free agent wise that I want to keep around. Take a look through our scouting director, see what he has to say. Any catchers that are of interest? Wilson Ramos had a cup of tea last year, it looks like, but other than that, not much going on. Let's look at the infielder, see what's popping. See if I can sign any. I'm gonna have 16 million for free agents. Anybody that's like sticking out like a sore thumb, maybe a good contact hitter, like Starlin Castro, perhaps, just for, you know, the occasional at bat, things like that. That's not super bad at defense. Devin Marrero would not be a fan of. Mitch Moreland, good defensively at first base. 286 OBP. Fredo Rodriguez, AAA player, not looking too bad, but that's not someone that I'm looking to sign, honestly. The opt-out after year 2 was for Noah. Good point. Good point. Let's take a look at the outfielders. I see Conforto there, and he would be a decent signing. $8.5 million for just a year. At that rate, I'd probably want to sign him for 2. Aaron Alter, he did pretty good in the Korean League, but I'm not sure I want to sign him just because of that. His contact rating's still poop, and that concerns me. Good position ratings in the outfield. Wouldn't be the worst guy to sign, honestly. AAA guy in Brugman, Brett Gardner, 327 OBP last year. Shogo Akiyama. Other than that, Yoenis Cespedes had he's been out of baseball actually for a while. Crush Davis did not do well at all last year. Adam Eaton didn't do the greatest. Dustin Fowler. It's lovely seeing all these names. But, I mean, let's see what we can get with Conforto. I mean, he had a very, very, very good 2020 in the short season. I mean, even last year did pretty well. That WAR is not the greatest, and that might be because he strikes out a lot. Avoid K's is up at 45 despite that. But, I mean, former All-Star. Injury proneness is normal. If he'll sign... Oh, he does not want to play for Joe Madden. Very well. So like I said, not very much we can do right now to improve our team other than like a really good relief pitcher. 2.5 stars is not a very good relief pitcher. There's no starters that can really improve us all that much. Cole Hamels hasn't played for like 2 years. Homer Bailey, AAA last year. Like, nobody here is going to get it done for us. You know, like if we wanted to get someone in free agency, we should have gotten someone in free agency. And we didn't, and that's okay. All right, let's go ahead and see what rosters and transactions, front office, player development. Top prospects, Reed Detmers is in the majors right now. Jeremiah Jackson, Sam Bachman, Randy DeJesus, Davis Daniel, Kyron Paris, who does not look like he's going to be very good, honestly. Landon Marceau, and then we spent all of our draft picks last year. Michael Stefanik, this guy, looks like he's actually going to be very, very good. And I hope he is, because he had a very good year last year in double and triple A. Was absolutely raking. 334, 408 OBP. Like, he looks like he's going to be good. I can only hope. Player development budget, draft budget, international free agent budget, reports and info. I mean, there's not really much that I can do to begin the season other than, you know, get it going. So I think that's going to do it for this episode. Again, this is Out of the Park Baseball 23. This is the Angels save that I'm going to be doing a little bit. The next time I see you guys, I will probably have simulated up until around May or so. Kind of give you guys updated about that. And then we'll go from there, you know. Any moves that I potentially want to make in that regard, you know, it'll happen then. Including first year player draft. That'll probably be the 3rd episode. And then after that, it'll probably be trade deadline and then postseason. Super excited for this. Appreciate you guys for watching, whether you're on YouTube or Twitch. I'm AZPlyo21. You guys have a good one.